All right. All right. All right. All right. Let's see here. Mm, oh. Hmm. Let's wait a few minutes. Let's see here. Boo, 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 boo. What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? Hope everybody woke up this morning feeling good, smelling good, looking good, all that good stuff. So let me figure out. Yo, I just don't know how to do this. This ridiculous. I just don't. All right, so let's do this way. Let's do this way. Yo, I hope everybody's doing good. I hope y'all get your morning started off all right. We're gonna talk about some stuff, man. We're gonna dig into something today. So if y'all see the title, we're gonna talk about filmmaking versus videography, man, and the difference. And the reason why I want to talk about this um, is because it was brought up. Um, I was watching uh, another creator on YouTube, and this topic came up. And some of the things that they were talking about, I agree with. Some I don't. But yeah, I thought it was interesting, man, and I wanted to tap in on it and just give my views of of what I think, because there is a difference between a filmmaker and a videographer. Now, I will say this: I really think that it should be more of cinematographer versus a videographer, because a filmmaker could be a director or a producer, a script writer, somebody who doesn't ever really touch a camera. And from this perspective of me, I'm going to base it off of camera work because I am a solo filmmaker and I wear all the hats. So keep that in mind when I'm talking about this, because a filmmaker doesn't necessarily have to touch a camera, but they do have certain insights into how the camera shots are achieved. So let me uh let me just do a few quick things here. Um, well, at least I thought I was finna do a few things here. Hold on. let's do this. Let's do this. Boom, 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 boom. All right. All right. So we can go ahead and jump into it, man. So first of all, let's let's define what we're talking about. And again, these are just my opinions, guys. This ain't law. You know what I'm saying? So don't take it and run with it and be like, oh, James said that, but yeah, don't do that. Okay, what is this? Yeah, don't do that to me, y'all. Okay. So a videographer, I think in its simplest of terms, a videographer is a person who captures moments, right? This is the guy who shows up at birthday parties. Um, Yo, I got to adjust this. I'm not liking how this is looking at all. Like, for real. This is the cat that shows up at birthday parties, weddings, you know, corporate events, whatever. This is the cat that shows up with a camera and captures this stuff. He is the all around dude that you call. A lot of times he does photography along with it. Like a lot of videographers, they have hybrid cameras and that's what they do. Now a filmmaker, and again, I'm basing this um, from the standpoint of maybe cinematography. If a videographer is the guy who captures the moments, the filmmaker is the guy who creates those moments, right? So he might not have a storyline or anything to go off of, and he uses his camera and his ability to create moments. Now, again, this is a very broad view, but you get what I'm saying. Now, the two either can do either one, right? A guy that's a filmmaker can do videography. A videographer can do filmmaking. And one is not better than the other. Let's just put that out there because I saw people arguing about this and it's just silly. One isn't better than the other. You don't have if you're a videographer, then that's what you do. If you're a filmmaker, then that's what you do. They're not. Yeah. So that's one thing. The other thing is, and what's happening here? Okay. The other thing is, um, it's all going to depend on what you want to do. Videographers are typically freelance guys. They advertise, people hire them to come to these things and they shoot. A lot of times, filmmakers are not freelancers. A lot of filmmakers are making films or making the things that they make, and they are pure passion projects. A lot of them aren't getting paid for it. They don't make anything from it. They just have stories that they want to tell, and so that's what they do. So either one is going to depend on what you want to do. Yo, let me ask y'all a question. For those of you that wear glasses, and these are just readers, do y'all have little invisible trolls that show up and just put fingerprints on your glasses? Because I'm literally just sitting here and it's like a fingerprint just appeared, and it happens all the time. Like, it's the craziest thing to me. Like, it's the crazy. Like right now, they're clear, and in a minute, there's going to be a fingerprint on there. Like somebody just walked up and just, I don't know, man. I'm sorry. Let me get back on subject. But yo, everybody coming in, viewing, I appreciate y'all, man. Thank y'all, thank y'all, thank y'all. But yeah. So, in my opinion, there doesn't need to be an argument about this. Okay, one isn't better than the other. They're just two different ways of being creative and being an artist. So we've got to keep this type of stuff in mind. Um, I'm part of some Facebook groups, and I've seen people argue about this stuff constantly. One guy said that videographers don't know how to tell stories, and that's not true. I think a good videographer has to be able to tell a story. If somebody hires me to film their birthday, I've got to figure out a way to tell the story of that party, right? I've got to figure out a way to show that party in a way that people understand this is this person's birthday. They celebrated it with these people. These things happened, and all of that is a story. So I don't think that's necessarily true. Now, I will say some videographers may not. They don't really know how to tell the story. They just know how to show up and get some cool looking shots. And again, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Everything doesn't have to be a blockbuster storyline, okay? For me, I like to tell stories. So that's just simply what I do. But that doesn't mean that everything I've ever shot had that in it. I've shot plenty of events and parties where I just showed up, threw my camera on a gimbal, and just got some cool looking shots. Threw it together in a timeline with some music, boom, there you go. So I think that's very disingenuous to say that. And not every filmmaker can knows how to get those cool looking shots. Some of them don't want to. When I'm shooting films, I am a fan of the static shot. I love to put my camera on a tripod and tell the story without movement. Like I love that. Um, when I first started, I was always trying to move the cameraman and do pans and tilts and slides and parallax shots and dolly zooms and all this stuff. And it was just because I wanted to try it, but it really didn't make any difference. Um, so what I did is I began to actually study filmmaking and the art of storytelling and the art of composition. And I just like that look better. I like being able to just throw my camera on a tripod, take my time and set up my shots and tell the story that way. One movie that I always bring up that comes to mind is 12 Years a Slave that Steve McQueen shot. He's a black guy from the UK, wonderful director. And there's a shot in that movie where the main character, they have him partially hanging from a tree. And in this shot, he's partially hanging from a tree. He's if I'm not mistaken, I believe he's set up in that second third of the frame, and the camera never moves, but there's people walking all around him while he's hanging. And the camera never moves, and he holds this shot. Man, it seems like forever. He holds this shot, and it's uncomfortable to watch, but you don't want to stop watching it because everybody's just doing their thing, going on with their life around him. They never even look at the character hanging from the tree, and man, this shot is just so powerful. There's another movie that he did that I cannot think of the name of it, but I believe the guy was a priest, and he's talking to another gentleman who's in jail, and they're sitting in I guess an interrogation room, and it's just a wide shot of the two of them sitting at the table, and they're having a conversation. Now, normally, a lot of times we would start doing over the shoulder shots of each character while they're having this conversation, right? But they're sitting at the table, the camera never moves, and they're having their dialogue back and forth. The camera only switches angles when the priest says something that the director felt that needed to be emphasized. Excuse me. But other than that, the camera never moves. It's just centered, and it's, man, I love those type of shots and that type of storytelling, man. It's great. And I kind of fell in love with that style of shooting. So in most things that I shoot, and it doesn't matter what it is, I do music videos the same way. And I know, a lot of people want a lot of movement in music videos, but I don't do a lot of movement. We tell the story of what the song is telling. Now, I don't do music videos a lot. It's just something that I'm not that interested in anymore. But if I do, yeah, it's still, we still do camera, static shots. And if I need to do a zoom or something like that, then a lot of times I just do it in post. But this style of shooting is really indicative of filmmaking. Videographers, again, when you're at these events and you're doing these things, people like movement. People like dynamic looking shots. So the videographers, they pull out the drones. I saw a guy one time at a wedding, and the wedding scene where people always, they're standing on the side with the sparklers, and the bride and groom are walking. He flew his drone um, directly at the couple while they were walking, and then the shot cut to behind them while they were walking, and it tracked them. It was a dope looking shot. It really was. And that's more along the lines of what videographers do. They're great at capturing that type of stuff. Me, I'm more on the filmmaker, cinematographer side. I don't fly a drone, for one thing. I do have a gimbal that I will use in certain case scenarios, but for the most part, yeah, I don't. I really don't. And, I've had some people that have, not been okay with that. Tell me, oh man, you gotta make your shots more interesting. Oh, that's good. Wonderful. Ugh, Jesus. But I don't do that, man. I don't yes, I'm drinking water and coffee. Y'all leave me alone. I don't really capture shots like that. And again, it's not because I don't want to or that I can't. It's just that style of shooting just really doesn't. I think camera movement should be intentional, right? So I guess I can see all of this from here. Okay. I think camera movement should be intentional. I think if the camera's moving, there should be a purpose behind it. If you think of a director like Michael Bay, who directed the Transformer movies, Michael Bay, man, he, when I tell you, he has no problem moving the camera whatsoever. Um, Now, talked about yesterday about how certain features of a camera don't matter, like rolling shutter. For a director like Michael Bay, he needs a camera with a fast readout because man, that camera whips and does backflips and somersaults. Yeah, um, but it works in a lot of scenarios. I have seen some shots that at first glance it might not make any sense. Like there was a in one of the movies, I don't remember which Transformers it is. It was one of the ones with Mark Wahlberg when he was with his daughter and his daughter's boyfriend. Um, that was the one where they found Optimus Prime all beat up and stuff, and they tried to repair him or whatever. But there was a scene in that where they're sitting in this room and they're just having a conversation, and the camera is doing a 360, and at first glance, it's like, yo, why is it doing that? And it kind of messes your eyes up at first, but then you realize that there's two things going on. One, he's showing the environment, right? Instead of just doing an ultra wide shot where he showed the room, he's just having the camera. It's still a wide shot because you see all three of them, but he's just got the camera doing a 360. So you're seeing the environment that they're in, and as the camera's doing this 360, when it faces one of the characters, that's when they talk. So it's timed perfectly. So the camera is going around, and then it's facing this person, right? And then as it goes, now it's facing this person. When you look at it, it's like, okay, I get it. It makes sense now. I see what he's doing. Would I have done it like that? Probably not. But then my shot probably wouldn't have been as interesting either. So again, it's different techniques to this. Now, to me, that lets me know that the cinematographer for that movie probably has some freelance experience and knows how to get those type of dynamic movements of shots. And Michael Bay, with his knowledge, um, knew that. And so when you have a director and a cinematographer that are on the same page like that, man, you can create some really good stuff. For real. Some really good stuff. And I don't know what that is. I have no idea what that is, but that's okay. We ain't gonna worry about it. So there are some differences between a filmmaker and a cinematographer. Again, one isn't better than the other. We don't have to have that argument at all. Um, they're two different things. They operate differently, and you can consider yourself either one and still do both. You can consider yourself a videographer and still be a filmmaker. You can consider yourself a filmmaker and still do videography. And that's kind of where I land at. I call myself a filmmaker, a cinematographer, an artist, but I do videography work. You know what I'm saying? So there doesn't have to be an argument between the two. We just have to know where we fit in at. That's all. So are we done with that argument now? Can we stop that? Can we stop? The other argument I'm going to deal with one day is this notion of gear doesn't matter. We're going to talk about that too, because that that's an argument I guess that has been going on for years. And one thing that I've been careful of when it comes to that argument is telling people that gear doesn't matter while at the same time having a bunch of gear. That's just crazy work to me. I think it's misleading. And so I've always tried not to do that because of course we know gear does matter. Um, if you're trying to film something, you need something to film on. You need some gear to film on, whether it's a big camera or a cell phone. You need something. So obviously, gear matters. But yeah, but we'll do that. We'll do that one at another time, man. That's a whole nother thing. But I wanted to last night I had jumped on and I had talked about a challenge that I wanted to issue out, man, to people to kind of spark some creativity. I want all my creators. This is what I want y'all to do. I want y'all to grab a camera, and please, I want it to be a camera. It doesn't have to be your big camera. It could be your everyday carry camera. I have this one. It's the Fuji X-A5. This is my camera that I just throw in a little bag. Um, Technically, it's pocketable. I can fit this in my pocket. It's not comfortable, but you still see it's still a small, little compact setup. I want you to grab a camera, preferably a camera, not necessarily your phone, a camera. I want you to feel a camera in your hand and go out and it doesn't matter what it is. I want you to take a random picture of something. I don't care what it is. It could be a picture of. You can take a picture of a building in your city. But what I want you to do is when you take that picture, I then want you to film a short, a short film. And it doesn't matter how long it is. It can be a micro short, like 60 seconds or 5 minutes, however long you feel like you want to make it. But I want you to tell the story of whatever it is you took a picture of. Again, and it doesn't matter what the picture is. I just want you to tell the story of whatever you took the picture of. And do all of this in one day. I don't want you to drag it out and try to make it a blockbuster film where it's taking you a week, 2 weeks, a month to film it and to tell the story. One day. Get up that morning, go take a picture of something, film it, edit it, and post it. And tag me in the post. I don't know if you post it on Facebook, tag Daylight Media. If you post it on TikTok, tag Daylight Media, Instagram, whatever. I want to see what y'all creating, man. I want to see how artistic y'all can really get. And I think that is one way to spark a creative um, vibe, I guess, to really spark some inspiration. I've already, I've already chosen what I'm going to do one of, and I'm going to do it myself. And I'm gonna post it today. And yeah, I want to see, man. I want to see what y'all come up with. I want to see how creative you can actually get. You don't have to. It doesn't have to be anything crazy, y'all. Listen, I don't want you to overthink it and think that you got to create the greatest looking thing. I'm looking for the story. I'm not worried about if your shots are composed right, if the lighting is right, and none of that. I'm looking for the story, man. I want to know the story of this stuff. So, for instance, if I was to take a picture of this coffee cup, then I could tell the story of all the different types of coffee that this cup has seen. How some of those coffees may have scalded this cup, and how did the cup feel when that coffee was too hot. And tell the story of maybe how the cup felt when I decided to put cold tea in it instead of hot coffee. If it liked that or if it didn't. Just get creative, man. Just yeah. Get creative with it and put it out. And really show the talent and the creativeness that you have. I think that'll be super dope. I think it'll be super dope, man, for real. Let's see. I got some other projects I got to work on today too. Actually, y'all still hear my squeaky chair? Leave my chair alone. Man, this chair been through some rough times, man. What? No. So I want to know what projects y'all working on too, man. What stuff y'all got going on? Anybody working on any films or anything? Mm. Um, I will say I am working on a uh, a series. Oh, real quick before I get into that, let me. This is what I wanted to do also. Let me give y'all. I've got a lighting setup going here that I really like, and I want to kind of real quick tell you how I achieved this. So, right, where's it at? Back here. You see this little pop of light back here? It is. I've got a small little light in the same form as those aperture MCs that I sat back there because it was dark, and I just got that light just to give that a little bit of pop. And of course, here, let me get my finger right here. You see, I got my lamp, right? But what I wanted to do with the lamp is kind of add something to it because the lamp really is not lighting me at all. It might look like it a little bit, but it's not doing anything. I have a key light right here. It's the small rig 120D. I think so. Yeah, and I've got I think this is a 24-inch softbox on it that's sitting here lighting me. So that's where you get this side of my face here being lit. But I also have another light up above my desk here. And let me show you what this one did. So if I cut that off, you see how it's in this area back off in here is dark. It was just a little bit too dark, and plus this side of my face, I be getting confused. This side of my face is just a little bit too dark, and I didn't want that. So I just added that light to give just a little bit of pop of light, and light this area up down here just a little bit. Not so much that it provides so much interest down there, but I wanted to light it just a little bit, just so it wasn't so dark. So technically, little 3 light setup, still nothing complicated, but just always. And I can't, if I could control, I can't control this key light with my phone. Um, but if I was to cut it off, you would see what I'm talking about. Without this light and this one, I'm completely dark, and all you see is the lamp and then the light back here. So remember, lighting for spaces and not for faces. Or you can say it, you light for your space first and then light for your face. So that's what I did. Turned on my lamp, put this light back here. I knew what this looked like when I had this light on. And then I sat down, and again, I was completely dark. And then I put my key light on me and adjusted this light to where it hit me the way I wanted. So real quick breakdown of a lighting setup that you can use. I just wanted to match the warm temperature of everything. Now I did my key light is a little bit cooler because I just like how that looks a little bit better. To me, it just adds a little bit more of a contrast in the shot. And I followed, I normally try to follow, I don't even know the guy's name, but he has a YouTube channel called The Wandering DP. And he talked about when you're lighting. So you have a light back here, and then further up is shadow, and it's a little bit darker. Then you've got a light right here with my lamp. So it's kind of a light, dark, light type deal. You know what I'm saying? And I kind of like how that type of stuff looks. So, yeah, just wanted to say that real quick. Real quick, that's all. Real quick. But what was I saying? Oh, I actually have a project that I'm working on. It's a series. Nothing crazy. It's gonna be the old-fashioned sappy love story. We ain't gonna have a bunch of crazy drama in it. It's just something. It's gonna be a feel-good type story, and it's gonna be a little series. I don't know how long it's gonna be. I'm hoping to start dropping episodes in September. Start filming next month. And again, filmmakers, remember, man, when you are a no budget filmmaker, take your time. Don't try to rush this stuff, man. I've been writing and talking about this thing for months. But when you have other things going on and your talent has other things going on, don't rush this stuff, man. Don't get crazy. Don't do it. I'm telling you. It'll frustrate you. When I said, I think I started talking about this and writing it at the beginning of this year. Well, I first started talking about it last year, and I actually started writing it beginning of this year, and I already knew that it was going to be in these latter months of the year before I started filming, because I wasn't going to rush it. I wanted to take my time and film and write. I wanted to take my time to be able to start filming. You have to work around people's schedules, work around my own schedule, and yeah, don't get in a hurry. Take your time with your projects, man. Just take your time and let stuff just kind of intentionally pan out. And you'll find out that the experience will be a lot better. You won't be stressed like we're gonna start filming next month, man, and I'm not stressed about it. I ain't worried about none of that. You feel me? All because I'm man. That was interesting. Almost made a mess. But yeah. So y'all just chill with me for a minute, man. I got some other stuff that I need to do. Make sure y'all getting your water in too, man. Stay hydrated. It's hot outside. We don't need nobody dehydrating, especially if you're doing a lot of filming outside. Man, stay hydrated. Oh boy. All right, so let's see here. Um, is everybody still feeling creative and inspired to create? Like, I'm just wondering. Because although I'm inspired to create, I don't think I'm creating enough. I really don't think so. It's like I really feel as though I should be doing more. Oh, here goes. Okay. Ah, okay. There's that. Okay, I got you now. I knew I saw it somewhere. I just did not know where I saw it at. But that's where I saw it at. Okay. All right. Now we getting it. Yo, I'm learning TikTok, man. I'm telling y'all, I'm gonna be a TikTok master here after a while. I'm gonna be a TikTok guru. Now, I will say this. All that stuff that be popping up on the screen during these lives and stuff, I don't know what none of that stuff is. When people be sending like them diamonds and all that stuff, man, I don't know what none of that stuff is. Excuse me. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it do. I have no idea. I've always just been used to Facebook and YouTube, and those are simple. TikTok be having a lot of stuff going on that screen, man, and I don't know what none of that stuff is. Just to be real. Let me, y'all excuse me. I need to send this text message before I forget because I will forget, and I don't want to forget. Let's see here. Um, Okay. Sent that. Bet. Okay. Yeah. Trying to figure out what this TikTok stuff means, man. I don't know. I don't know what it means. I don't know what this stuff do. I'm sure I'm positive that it has something to do. What did I just do? What is I don't want that. I'm sure it has something to do with how you earn and get stuff on TikTok, but I don't know nothing about that. I'm gonna have to check into all of that and see what it does and all of that. But please keep sending stuff and clicking on stuff, whatever y'all be doing. So I'm sure it means something. I appreciate it. Thank you. I'll figure out what it means and yeah, and kind of go from there. Oh boy, let's see here. So this, I don't know what. I see what it did. It moved that. That's why it's showing up like that. Okay. One of these days, man, I'm gonna let y'all sit and do some editing with me. Of course, I have to set up my camera a little bit differently, but yeah. I don't know. I might do that later on today. I might let y'all see how I'm gonna edit my little film that I'm gonna put out about my object that I took a picture of. I'm gonna show y'all how simple it can be. Very, very simple. Let's see here. Let's go back over here and y'all appreciate y'all who's jumping in and watching. I appreciate it. Thank y'all. I really appreciate it. While y'all have your stuff going on this morning, excuse me. Let's see. Um, this is very, very interesting, though. So, say what? Hmm. Hmm. Oh, I ain't tell y'all. This live is also being done on the FX30. The Sony FX30, man. Don't that picture just looks good, man. It just looks good. And I can see on the screen here, man, you know, the focus is spot on, tracking me. It's wonderful, man. Absolutely gorgeous image. Love it. Love it. I don't care what anybody says, though, I am always going to complain about Sony's menu system. To be honest, I don't know what Sony got going on, man. Like, I don't know what they got going on in their life. I don't know if they got some mental issues, if they stressed or what. But somebody got to talk to them, man, about their menu system. All you guys who just love Sony cameras, Terry Warfield, Peter Lindgren, all you Sony guys, man, y'all need to holler at them, man, because that menu don't make no sense. Yo, that menu makes absolutely no sense whatsoever to be that complicated. I don't know what's wrong with them, man. I don't know what's wrong with them folks, for real. Them people crazy over there. Like, I would, listen, whoever the person is or people that designed Sony's menu system, man, if I was y'all, I wouldn't ever cross these people's path in the wrong way. Them folk gotta be crazy. Them people, man, have to be out of their mind. Leave them folk alone, man. Listen, there are some features in a camera that we just don't need to have access to turn on or off or different settings for and all of that. Man, just put it in there and leave it alone. Like, it is, oh my God. And I knew when I switched systems that I was not gonna like Sony menus. I've looked at them before, and you look at Sony's menu system, and it's like, man, oh hell no. Like, no, we ain't. But I am always gonna complain about that. I don't care how good the camera is. I just think the people who have come up with the Sony menu system and how it works and all that stuff is in it, man, them people got problems. Like, them people got some issues for real, man. There's something wrong with them folks. And I don't care nothing about what y'all got to say. There's something wrong with them folks, man. Like, this is what these camera brands got to tell me. If you compare the menu systems of Sony and of Fuji and Canon and even Lumix isn't that bad, but you take their menu systems and then you compare it to Blackmagic's menu system. Why? Listen, all these cameras do the same stuff. They do the same stuff. I mean, for real. And Blackmagic has chosen to make their menu system very user-friendly, very easy to understand. You know where stuff is going to be at. It's nice and big, and you can see it. Like, it's just wonderful. What these other folks thinking about? Like, what? I don't know. Like, for real, Sony, holla at me, man. Holla at me. Let's talk about it. Let's just talk about it. Listen, we don't have to do it. We don't have to do it on camera or in a video. Y'all ain't got to send me nothing or nothing. But let's talk about it, man. I really feel like y'all have some unresolved issues that we need to talk about. And maybe I can help you work through them, man. Because it don't make no sense. I don't know if somebody pissed you off and you said, okay, I I got you. Uh-huh. Now, try to figure out how to change your frame rate now. Uh-huh. Yeah, yeah. No, try to figure out how to adjust the touchscreen settings on your camera. Figure that out. When I've got to dig through 50 different menu items to get to this stuff. Man, y'all got some issues, man. And y'all need to sit down with somebody. Y'all need to get on somebody's couch. Come holler at me, man. Or we can do a video chat and I can try to help you work through your issues. But I need somebody who's got some connections at Sony. I need y'all to get with them and tell them I am available if they need someone to talk to. If they need somebody to vent these unresolved issues to, I'm they can call me, man. They can call me, and I'll help them out because this is getting ridiculous. And the crazy part about it is, from what I hear, the menu is better than from some of the older cameras, like the A6400 days. Like what? Like, are y'all serious? So, what people are telling me is that the menu used to actually be worse than what it is now. Man, come on, man. These folk been tripping for years then. Like, come on, man. We can't. Nah, yo, we can't do that. We can't be on that type of stuff, Sony. We can't be on that, man. I need y'all to get it together. That's not gonna fly. We not gonna do that, man. I'm not gonna let y'all do that. I'm not gonna keep letting y'all do the people like that. The people deserve better. I need the people to stand up. All Sony users, I need you to stand up with one voice and say, we not gonna take it no more. We tired of this. We want y'all to fix it. Get out in the streets, protest. Hey, we ain't taking this from y'all no more, man. I'm sorry about that rant, y'all. I apologize. I had to do it because Sony just don't make no sense, man. They just, yeah, they ought to be ashamed of themselves, man, to do us like that. We don't deserve that. We don't. I think we deserve better. Ugh. So I'm not gonna get off of here just yet. I need to figure out, or do I do it from here? So y'all, let me ask y'all a question. If I wanted to, because when I'm using my phone and going live, I see where it'll always say, if you want to bring somebody on, um, you can click on where it says it at and it'll do it. Because I'm using my computer, it says invite your friends, but how would I do that is what I have to figure out. Because I do want to start bringing some people on when I do these lives, man, and figuring figuring this stuff out. Um, I know a lot, it's easier on the phone, and oh man, I just thought about it though because I'm streaming to YouTube at the same time, and if I brought somebody live on TikTok, the YouTube folks wouldn't see them, and if I brought them on YouTube, so probably wouldn't be able to do that and make it make sense. Um, hmm, that's interesting. I'm gonna have to look that up and see how I would go about doing that. Like I know how to bring somebody live on YouTube, but then my the TikTok people wouldn't see it. Yo, I need somebody to hit me up that's like a TikTok master and help me figure this stuff out, man. All my TikTok master folks, man, y'all hit me up. Mm. Gotta figure this stuff out, man. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Don't know how I would do this. I might not be able to, man. But I don't even see. All right, so I know I couldn't stream to both. And well, I take that back. Because I would think. So, in order to do this on a Mac from my computer, I'm using Streamlabs, right? I'm using um, Streamlabs, and I'm trying to. What I want to be able to do is, if I want to bring on a guest, I want it. I want the guest to be able to be shown on both platforms, on YouTube and TikTok. And so I guess I'm gonna have to look that up and figure that out. Um, Yeah, I'm gonna have to figure that out. Cause I don't know. Hmm. Let's see here. What is this over here? So no, that's not it. Or is it? No, that's not it. That's so go to well here and then but huh? Say what now? Yo, this is y'all. We gonna figure this out, man. We gonna figure this out. Let's see here. Starting chronic. That says replay schedule test widgets. I don't know what that is. We ain't gonna do that right now. I don't know what none of that stuff means. So we ain't gonna fool with that. Um, so let's see what. So I guess um, I don't know. I'm gonna have to figure that out. I mean, I can just Google it, but I'm a man, y'all. I don't like to Google. I like to figure stuff out. I don't. I don't need Google. Google ain't got nothing going on for me, man. I don't. I don't need them folk. Um, so I am going to figure this out, though. Y'all believe that? I'm gonna figure this here out. What is all of this stuff over here? Man, I got stuff somewhere everywhere. What y'all doing? Okay. All right. So let's go back here. Okay. Um. Is it? Let's see here. So what is? No, that that ain't it either. This is. So let's see here. What is this? Um. Nah, I don't want to click on that. I don't know what. What is? Oh Jesus! Oh boy, what I do, y'all? Am I still alive? Okay, I'm still alive, but I didn't. Oh man. Okay. Can y'all? Let's see. Can y'all still see me? Okay, yeah, y'all can still see me, but I didn't change something on Streamlabs, clicking on stuff. Um. You gotta be kidding me. Um. Um. Oh my God, what am I doing? Shoot. No, 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 no. Okay, how do I? How? Oh my goodness. Oh my dear God. What have I done? Oh my Lord. Okay. I have totally jacked up. I can't see. Oh man, that's. I don't know what I did. I don't know what happened. Oh, Jesus, what did I do? No, 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 no. What is this? Okay, no, no, kill that. Okay, go back here. All right, we still live. We still live. Okay. Um, um, oh man. All right, so what didn't happen, y'all, is on my Streamlabs, I can no longer see, like I can't see the camera shot and all of that stuff no more. I done clicked on something and wait a minute, wait a minute. There you go. There you go. Okay. Okay. Whew. Okay. All right. So now we back. Now we are back. All right. So let me stop clicking on stuff and yeah. Yeah. I don't need to be clicking on stuff. That's the thing. Good God Almighty now. Oh boy. All right. All right. So that just stressed me out. So oh boy. That stressed me out. Ugh. All right, man. Let me get up off of here, man. And I'm gonna try to learn some of this stuff. Too much going on. All right, man. I'm gonna get off of here. Y'all take it easy. I'll get with y'all later when I figure out.